They thought he was harmless, a man who woke before sunrise, worked with his hands, and bowed his head. But the kingdom did not know this simple truth. Silence is not weakness. Silence is patience, and patience waits for the right time. Once upon a time, long ago, when kingdoms were ruled by iron crowns and whispered fears, there stood a vast land called Valoria, a kingdom of stone roads, clay homes, and fields that breathed with the wind. The king of Valoria sat high upon a golden throne. His laws were sharp, his taxes were heavy, and his mercy was rare. The people endured. They always had. Among them lived a man named Aaron. Aaron was not a warrior. He carried no sword, wore no armor, and spoke little. He lived at the edge of the kingdom, in a small mud brick house with a wooden door that creaked like an old memory. Each morning before the sun touched the hills, Aaron rose. He fetched water from the well, fed the goats, mended broken tools, worked the fields until his palms hardened like stone. To the world he was ordinary, to the guards invisible. Aaron's days followed the same rhythm as the land. At dawn, work. At noon, bread and water beneath a fig tree. At dusk, silence. He watched the kingdom quietly. He saw soldiers drag grain from homes. He saw old men kneel before tax collectors. And still, he said nothing. Aaron was watching time itself. The king believed obedience was loyalty and fear was order. Each year, the taxes grew heavier. Each year, punishments grew crueler. Public squares became places of warning, not gathering. The people bowed lower. Their voices grew softer. But Aaron noticed something else. The soldiers were tired. The guards were fewer. The granaries nearly empty. And the people were no longer afraid. They were ready. One evening, as the sun bled red into the horizon, a soldier struck an old farmer in the square. The crowd froze. Aaron stepped forward, not with anger, not with a weapon, but with a voice. For years, he said calmly, we worked, we waited, we endured. The square was silent. There is a time to bow and a time to rise. The soldier laughed until the crowd moved, not in chaos, in unity. That was the moment. No horns were blown, no banners raised. The revolt did not begin with fire, but with refusal. Fields were left untouched, taxes unpaid, orders unanswered. When soldiers marched, the streets were empty. When the king demanded loyalty, he was met with silence, and silence terrified him. By the time swords were drawn, the kingdom had already chosen. Aaron stood among the people, not above them. The king was overthrown not by strength, but by timing. He fell because the people rose together, not too early, not too late. When the throne stood empty, all eyes turned to Aaron. Rule us, they said. Aaron shook his head. I was never meant to rule, I replied. I was meant to wait.
Aaron returned to his fields, to his goats, to his quiet mornings. The kingdom learned a lesson written into history. Doing nothing is not failure when you are waiting for the right moment. Because the most powerful revolutions do not rush. They rise exactly on time.